and it says electric fence. So here I go. Electric fence. Ah! Mount Elbert. Today is Wednesday. Run the ascent on Saturday. So today I'm just going to take a hike, climb some up and downs here at a little bit of altitude. Not going to go very hard at it, and then I'm going to be real easy at it other than breaking camp the next 2 days. Beautiful day again. I could not have asked for better weather for this base camp. Climatization, base camp, whatever. Acclimation, that's easier for my mouth. Continuing on my day hike, my idea is to get up on top of this ridge, wherever it is. Never been there before, so I'm out looking around. I don't think this is going to get me there the way I want to get there. If I didn't have a race coming up, I might just scramble it, but I'm not going to do that because I have to come back down. I came up this quite a ways down there because it looked like it might have been in its day an old trail, but it kind of petered out right here. So I'm going back down there and continue on looking for like a wheeler trail that'll get me up there. I thought this might warrant a short clip. Half Moon Creek, Mount Elbert. Over to the right, probably can't see it through the trees, is Mount Massive. So pretty neat spot. As usual, when I leave without much of a plan, the plan changes many times, and it has already. I'm not going up that ridge I was talking about a little bit. I've done several things since. I just revisited a couple of campsites that my son and daughter and I shared, and came through here, saw this, and here we are. Sometimes when I give myself the freedom to do whatever I want and go wherever I want, I end up out here where there isn't a trail. And that's usually kind of fun because there's no trail. Now I know exactly how I get back to a trail or a road usually, but it's good to get off trail. The trail, I guess, that I was looking for my 3-day out shakeout hike, I guess we'll call it. I wanted something where I wouldn't twist an ankle or wreck my knees, and this is pretty simple, but yet going uphill at altitude. Pretty good view of Mount Massive. And through the trees there, it's Mount Elbert. I'm gonna keep hiking, see if I can get a little better shot yet. Looks like it's a long ways up there. That's because it is. Pretty serious about no trespassing, keep out, and so forth. I think that says warning guard dog, but it's so faded away I don't think the dog's still alive. And all these keep outs, what it's all about is, came to this gate kind of at the end of the road, and there's an old cabin up there. I don't think anybody's been there in years, but since they are pretty serious about this, I will probably walk around. I'm going to go over this way. So I'm walking around, I believe outside of the property, and I'm going to guess that the property is probably on National Forest land anyhow, but I'm staying outside of their barrier per their request with all the warnings. This is the fun thing about getting out there. You get out here and you find things. And it says electric fence. So here I go. Electric fence. Ah! Oh no, nothing happened. Okay. That was dumb. Anyway, it was fun to do. I like to have this old cabin. I don't think they want us going in there, neither do I. I'm certainly not going to help anybody figure out how to find this because I don't believe in vandalism. Vandals should not be allowed to know where this is. I'm just staying on the National Forest property, so I'm not trespassing because there's the boundary. That's where I'm at. Kind of the highlight of my training hike here today. This old cabin was pretty cool in this day, I bet. Neat old stairway going through there. And down, I'm on the creek side here in the National Forest. It's a creek over in there. Kind of the highlight of my training hike here today. Walked around back a little bit just to see where the property border is. It kind of goes over there. You can see the National Forest signs as well as the one I'm standing by here. So this nice junk hanging out. I just don't think this. There's an old camper up there, you can kind of see it stuck in there, and then an old car, a real old car sitting up there. Well, decision time. I can go back the way I came. Oh, probably a mile and a half, maybe 2 at the most. That way, and then have to come back on the gravel road another mile and a half. Or I can get my feet wet and get out in this creek and cross the creek and go adventurize a little more scenery like this. I think that anybody that knows me knows that my feet are about to get wet. Looks like I kind of lucked out. I came over to this spot here. It's going to be really easy to cross, as opposed to if I came up across there, I'd be above that beaver dam. Might have been a little different situation. But I'm going to get down in here and cross the creek and then see where that takes me. In case you haven't noticed, there's Mount Elbert again and the tail end of Massive up there. This might be a, I don't know, beaver run or something. I'm naming it that. What do I know? I don't know anything about that. My dad would know, but I don't. But I'm going to use it as a way to get down off this bank. Saw a friend over there. Thank you. That guy has a whole bunch of dogs, but he's got them all under control. Thank you. There's some fish. There's another beaver dam. This one has sentimental reasons. My 2-year-old grandson and I, 1 year ago, threw his first fishing line in this water right here. It's a pretty cool spot, even though the people that trashed it lately have trashed it, but it's really a nice spot. That was a little interesting back there where I crossed the creek, and this guy had about like 5 dogs, and they didn't know what I was doing coming through the bushes. They might have thought I was a squatch, but he had them well under control, and I'm still here. Back at camp, and since my feet are already wet, I'm going to scare the hell out of the trout and get my knees down in this ice cold water again. That feels good.